kitten in the bunch. It was just pure hosses. We saw the ad, and I wasn't much on personalized plates, but I said, well, that kind of fits, you know, it's better than just numbers, so that's what we went with. Today, all the Jap cars say, we got great lines, right? When you stick their cars up and put a light behind them, you can see the lines, and it doesn't matter what it is, any one of them is all gonna look the same. They're all just, you know, they got lines, they've got a shadow, but they don't have any lines. This has got real lines. You know, you can see them up and down the side of the car. Somebody spent some time designing it. It didn't just come out of a mold. They only built around 20,000 of them in 2 years anyway. This car in '67 had lower production figures than a Corvette. You tell a Corvette owner that, he doesn't want to hear it. But to me, the car's more valuable. It's more rare than a Vet. So, my opinion.
I picked the car up in 1985 out of Rochester, New York. I'm from Canada, and it was pretty well a basket case. Just load all the parts in boxes and take her home. I did most of the work myself. I had new fenders put on. I had some new inner fenders. I had the doors ready stripped, had a new deck lid on there, but still got the original quarter panels. The engine, matching numbers, also with the transmission. I had it reconditioned and everything. It's got the original bore on it. It's all bone stock, original cam and everything. Runs factory exhaust on there. I put brand new carburetors on. That's you know, the now thing to do. I haven't really wound her out yet. With 391s, got an optional 391 gear with the automatic. It jerks the tires nicely.
A lot of Chrysler parts I'm trying to get rid of this weekend if it's possible. A lot of A-body stuff for a change. Naturally, E-body stuff's still hot. Mostly Barracuda, 67s to 69 stuff. Formula S stuff was moving good. Your roadrunner and other B-body. Most of the rare stuff is gone, to be quite honest with you.
My 71 Cuda, I picked it up about 4 years ago, was real bad shape. You know, I brought it home about 5 or 6 pickup truck loads of stuff. People thought I was crazy when I picked the car up. Turned out to be pretty nice, and as far as I could tell, as far as anybody else could tell, it's the first 446 pack built in '71. The car was built in August of 1970. There's 4 identical Cudas to this that we know of in the country. It's curious yellow. It has almost every option that Chrysler had at the time. It has a shaker, 446 pack, front and rear spoilers, rear window louvers, the billboard stripe, rally wheels, rally dash, automatic transmission. Everything in the engine's brand new. All the suspension is brand new. The disc brakes are brand new. Everything in the car is brand new. It's like a brand new car today. You could get in it, start it up, and go anywhere in the country with the car. Drove it here, drive it every weekend. I don't load it in a trailer and drag it around. It's definitely a street car. I built it to have fun with, and that's what I do with it.
for the show cars. Class 4, wine trial, car number 271. Pick up your trophy at the show car tent.
Yeah, so judging all the A-bodies, it's a 69 340 Swinger. Guy drove it all the way from Ontario. Car is straight as an arrow. It's clean underneath, in and out, and he drives it. I like that. A lot of people, they trailer cars and they just look at them. I appreciate people that build cars and they drive them, you know, even if it's stock or modified.
Well, I bought the car when I was a teenager in 1974 and kind of grew up with it back in the days when we used to go out partying and carrying on. And then I got married and settled down, and money got tight just like it does for most people, so we stuck the car in the garage for a while. And then I got into drag racing and got drag racing pretty seriously with it. I had a drive shaft come out of the car going about 110 miles an hour right at the finish line, 7,000 RPM. Broke the yoke right off the rear end, broke the tailstock off the transmission, and broke the transmission where it bolts onto the bell housing, all four corners of the transmission, so everything was just kind of hanging in there loose. The drive shaft was gone. All happened so quick I wasn't scared at the time, but by the time I got back to the pit area I was shaking because you hear guys losing their legs, clutch blows or something. So we parked it again for a few years, and then the originality craze came in, and my interest got picked back up in the car, so we stripped it down in '85 to the shell and did a complete restoration and got it back out in the spring of 1988. We've been driving it around on weekends and different shows.